It is on YouTube, right? Can you check? That thing's off. Wi-Fi's off. All right, everybody. Welcome back to CSAL and CSAT official. I am CSAL higher official Nathaniel Reichert, and you see my arms in a sling because my humerus is broke from me getting hit by a truck about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, long story about that. I'm going to do better update for you CSAL viewers out there soon. I have the one and only Slav Man with me.
Sure.
As far as you know, that's the only name he has. We don't want to release his real name.
The angry man.
And yeah, if you guys are, you guys could probably tell from the title, this is the 101st anniversary of the CSAL. Last year, on December 2nd, 2022, was the 100th anniversary because the group was founded on December 2nd, 1922, precisely around 9 a.m. Well, the group was around long before that, but it was officially recognized on December 2nd, 1922 at precisely 9 a.m. And right now, I know it's not 9 a.m., but here in about less than 10 minutes in Moscow, where it was founded at, it will be 9 a.m. So that's why we're up late right now celebrating. It's 12:52 here right now. Slavman, you're back in America. How was traveling? You can speak up now that the drunk ass guard upstairs is asleep and
traveling was very shit.
Yeah. And if anybody's wondering, yes, he's drinking through that mask. So did you check the stream? Is it good on YouTube? Okay, sweet. So we're good on YouTube. There's somebody else with us right now. And I actually brought my cat to work today. Despite having a busted arm, I am able to move this around a little bit. It's healed up quite a bit. It's been a little over 2 weeks. And they got a metal plate in my arm. I was hit by a truck and thrown 50 feet. I couldn't die. I mean, I almost died. You know, it's miraculous that they're able to heal up this well. This is my cat. He's a Siberian forest cat. He's not from Russia. Yeah, I can't really. This guy's not from Russia, but his ancestors were. He's a Siberian forest cat mix, or simply just known as a Siberian cat.
His ancestors were your cat.
Yeah, his ancestors were my hat. So it is 12:54 right now. So in 6 minutes, it'll be precisely 9 a.m. in Moscow, meaning that the CSAL will officially turn 100 years old. We wanted to do something kind of like this last year. Well, it'll officially turn 101, I should say, around right at 9 a.m. in Moscow. Last year was 100. We wanted to do something like this then, but I had a pretty bad case of pneumonia last year, and I couldn't do that.
And I had leprosy.
Hey, you're thinking. Sure. Is mine still in? Yeah, these uniforms are worn out already pretty well.
I've been wearing it 24/7, 375.
Pretty much, yeah. Stuff you've been doing. I'm gonna reconnect Wi-Fi and check for myself here. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the stream too bad.
My shirt.
So yeah, we're good here. I'm checking it on my YouTube channel, Ohio Railroad Productions. There's a little bit of a delay, I'll say that. So yeah, we're just waiting around here. We've got about 5 minutes, so let's go ahead and just hang out and talk a bit more. It'd be sweet if we got some more people chatting here. You know, nobody's up in this time zone right now. You know, you think more of our Russian viewers would show up, even though the channel name says. Even though the channel name says CSAL and CSAT official, it's really not official yet.
Hey.
So most of our members are not subscribed to this channel and hardly know it exists.
Yes, you see flag.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna start talking about this flag here in a bit. I just want to check something real quick. No guests or anything yet. So yeah, we got a bunch of flags on the wall. These legitimate countries not including future countries, but these legitimate countries. Here, these are the 4 biggest nations for the CSAL. Of course, the most they're not really in any kind of specific order. Over here, Poland, my ancestral country, and where my Slavic roots come from. This is the second most populous for the CSAL, actually, not the most. But I'm just going to start, so I'm just going on one. This is the second most populous. Before I get really confused and start confusing viewers, relax. Okay, a bunch of people just started just tuned in, I guess. But let's just do it this way. This is the most populous country for the CSAL, obviously, and this is Russia, of course, right here. Your country. This is Belarus right here. But we'll get to that in a bit. Second most popular country for the CSAL is right down here, Poland. I'm not going to give out exact numbers of how many members we got in these countries. A lot of the members are just online members. They're not like in-person members like me and Slav. But we do have a lot of in-person members that are fortunate enough to be able to travel around the world a few times a year, like Slavman does, and get to do these little meetups like we're doing here in the U.S. But here's the third most populous. Wait, yeah, this is the third most populous country for the CSAL, which is of course Ukraine. As far as the war between Ukraine and Russia go, the CSAL does not pick sides. And going down here, we have Belarus, which is of course the 4th most popular CSAL country. And I'm hoping I can be heard good. So before I talk about this last flag, I'm going to check real quick with your how I sound on this. Okay, I sound good. So this last flag here, I was just kind of half jokingly saying a future country. You never know. This is actually the CSAL flag. This is our official flag that we use. I don't think anybody's ever seen it on this channel. When we had our old channel out a long time ago, I'm sure some people have seen it. But that is this official flag of the CSAL. These letters, KCC. KCC, and that's the Russian.
KCC.
But yeah, that is basically stands for Kazaki Slavinska Soyuz Legion, which is Russian for Cossack Slavic Alliance Legion. And that's what that means. And if you guys are wondering what this is all about, it's the mammoth logo on there. It's kind of the, I don't know if you'd say the CSAL mascot, but kind of the official like animal, because the CSAL's although founded in Moscow, they're like out in Yakutsk and way out in the remote parts of Siberia where some people think that this extinct animal still roams, and some people claim to see it a lot. I hear a lot about that. I'm kind of open to the idea. I'm kind of split on that. Maybe it's out there, maybe it's not. It's like the Siberian Bigfoot, basically, but it's a big symbol to CSAL, kind of as a spiritual thing, and in that sense, it's a very powerful representation that kind of we've used to represent the group since our existence, really. And the flag has changed. This is the newest version of the flag, but there are a few other versions, and we've got some old ones we can bring out eventually in the future. But yeah, pretty neat otherwise. Oh my gosh, we got 1 minute. We got 1 minute. Boom! Right there. It's 1 a.m. right now, so that means 101 years ago, at that exact second, in Moscow, Russia, the CSAL was founded. 100 years ago, December 2nd, 1922, precisely at 9 a.m. Of course, where we're at right now, it's 1 a.m., but in Siberia, it was 9 a.m. And I'd like to say real quick, we got Michael Brown here. Good to see you, man. And I just did an explanation of what all these flags are about, and et cetera, et cetera. This is the I'm not going to re-explain these again, but this is the, long story short, this is the CSAL flag right here. I'm going to go ahead and check this stream here real quick, see if anybody's wanting to join. But yeah, 1 a.m. here, and in Moscow right now, it's 9 a.m. And 101 years ago, the CSAL was founded. Right at 9 a.m. Well, it was recognized. the group had been around long before 1922, but it was officially recognized as an official group right at 9 a.m. on December 2nd, 1922, in Moscow, Russia. And of course, let's explain a little bit more about this guy here. I brought my cat with me to work today, and if anybody watching is wondering what this is about, because I know we just got a couple more viewers. I got hit by a truck 2 weeks ago.
It was not
hard.
me.
It was not him, no. I got hit by a truck while riding my bike back from a little town just kind of around the corner. And I flew like 50 feet when I was hit by this truck and pretty much almost died because of it. You know, I had a road rash, and just scars and scrapes all over my face not that long ago. Now that I'm finally kind of starting to heal up a bit, I'm ready to start doing videos again. Of course, we're in the basic kind of casual CSAL uniforms right now. And it was kind of rough getting this on with a broken arm. But I am able to move it around a bit, you know. It's started to heal up, and I got a metal plate in there now, so it's going to heal up pretty strong, thankfully. I broke my humerus, to be exact, which is actually the one of the quickest healing bones, so that's good and all. If anybody wants to join the stream, they can. CSAL officially just turned 101. We wanted to do that once again. We wanted to do this last year, but we couldn't because I had pneumonia last year this time. It would have been nice.
Leprosy.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned earlier, this is the, of course, these different countries. We've got Poland, Ukraine, Russia, Belarus. These are the 4 biggest countries for the CSAL. And then after that, after those countries, what would come next? You probably know. Who's next after Belarus? Belarus is 4th. What's the 5th most popular? What?
These
Come on, I think you know.
Cannot think of it right now. Is it? What's the one? The blue flag, yellow.
Wait, you mean Kazakhstan?
Yeah.
Fuck, you should know that. You fucking lived there for a while. Yeah, Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan's the 5th most popular country for the CSAL. Then after that comes Serbia, and then some of the other like ex-Yugoslav countries, and then Israel, and then on the lower end of the scale, the United States. Me being one of the few American CSAL members. I'm Polish American.
Definitely this high up in position.
What? Oh, definitely one of the few that's like as high up as I am in the group. And I think nationwide in the U.S. there's around 200 American members only. Whereas in like Russia there's like a few thousand.
2 trillion. What if it is everyone?
Yeah. Well, we got somebody else here. Lito Trubiev.
No, this is not a curse. It is a gift, man.
Hang on, everybody. We're having some technical difficulties here with the recording device. Okay, so I think we got it fixed now. We were having some problems here. This screen was all glitching out. Oh, hang on. Okay, so we got it figured out now, I think. Say, Slavman, I want to ask you something. Would you mind coming over here and translating this message? It's in Russian. My Russian's a little rusty.
A little bit better, or you will be fired.
I know I need to practice.
And see, in these foggy glasses, I think it says, "How are you?"
Oh, how are okay.
No.
We're doing good. How about you?
Glasses so fucking foggy.
This is probably one of our subscribers, I'd say. I just want to see that profile pic. That's what I wanted to see the most. Is this one of our members? That's what I'm really wondering. Does it look like it's working now, though? Not glitched? Because this screen was like going nuts, like pixelated. I was afraid he was on the street. That's why we were muted and trying to fix. But yeah, the CSAL is officially 100. Pretty crazy.
Yeah, like 101.
See, 2002 would have been what, 7? No. Really? 2002 would have been 80. Yeah, 80 years old. So when I was born in 04, it would have been 82. Yeah. There was probably still an original member alive back in 2004 when I was born, too. They're all passed away now, of course.
Probably.
Yeah. So I don't know. What else are we gonna do here? What we're planning on doing, guys, is like we're gonna start doing like CSAL talk shows of some sort down here. This is to give you guys a little context about where we're at. This is a little a building on some land that the CSAL owns, and there's like people who just kind of hang out here. And when members when there's like a meeting, like a big CSAL get together here in this part of the country, and if they need a place to stay, they can stay here. We got rooms with bunks and stuff, like military style bunks and stuff upstairs that people can stay in. There's a bunk down here just out of view in case some people want to hang out down here. But other than that, this is just kind of like a little man cave of this building. And right here is where we're going to be doing like little maybe interviews with people, little talk shows and stuff, and things like that. So expect some of that in the near future. But for now, I think I'm gonna. Oh, okay, good. This individual speaking English now, so I don't need you to translate. Yeah, I'm good. So I have a question. What do you guys actually do? Slapman,
Yeah.
what do we do?
We
I was expecting you to just say yes.
no, we do everything.
Oh yeah, we do.
Protect the rights of the Slavic and Cossack people of Russia
And pretty much all over the world.
and all over the world.
Yeah.
But we protect the rights as human beings, and their English not good. Yeah. What is word for nation? Can't think of
What
what.
nationality?
Yeah. I think this is well.
Yeah, so we kind of we do a ton of stuff. We're kind of we're in certain countries like in Russia, Poland, Belarus, not in Ukraine too, and of course Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, Mongolia. We are officially registered as an official militia, which can like help out. Like if there's like a big war, say like overnight Germany decides we're going back to how we were in World War II, and there's some crazy scenario like that, and they try to start doing the shit they did in World War II to Slavic people and Jewish people and Cossacks.
I would be flying back and I'd be grabbing a gun and start fucking
Yeah,
going into
but if there was like some scenario like that, we're like some of the guys are going to be doing guerrilla fighting and stuff and like defending Slavic countries and Slavic people and Cossack people, which most Cossacks are Slavs, but not all of them. There's Cossacks from like the Gothic countries, as they call them, like Romania and trying to think of some other ones. That's where the term Gothic comes from, believe it or not, is actually a race of people who kind of live in between like the East and West and North Slavs and the South Slavs. There's a group of people that live in between there, like where Hungary and Romania are at, and they're actually called the Goths, believe it or not. And somehow the subculture of the Goths in America came from that name, even though they don't dress alike at all.
But also, Jacob uses this channel for his
Yeah.
kind of hobby to go.
This channel, it says official, but it's really not that official. Jacob Miller is a C.S.A.L member who's kind of running this channel. He just kind of does some funny stuff on it sometimes. And we just use it because we kind of trade. He's a C.S.A.L member, of course. We give him some stuff in return, and he lets us kind of use this channel for some official group stuff. Because the original C.S.A.L account was taken down in 2019 for a combination of things. Yeah, I'm so careful about a lot of that. We would show you guys. We got a wall full of them right out of view. We would show you guys in this video, but
last time we
did it in a live
gun
stream.
on a fucking live stream, Susan Lewinsky shit on it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the stream was gone.
Isn't there a new person?
No, I wish. I wish
thought
Elon would buy YouTube too. That'd be pretty nice. Yeah, damn, nobody's watching right now. But I'm gonna continue. to explain what the group's about. For the heck of it. So yeah, we're a licensed militia in certain countries at least, and we're able to take part in like basic military stuff and operations and training and stuff. And as far as the Russia-Ukraine war goes, then again, I'm gonna just state this again: we do not pick sides in that. We do not pick sides in killing. Like we do not pick sides in wars that are our people killing each other. We do not support that. We will not support either side, the Russia or Ukraine, but we do stand proudly with Israel and Israel-Palestine thing. And what else was I gonna say? Yeah, and the group's been around for 101 years as of just a little while ago. We own our own factories and stuff too. Most of them in other countries, but there is, I kid you not, 2 in America, 2 fairly smaller factories. One of them was just recently reopened, and they got a lot of old steam engines and stuff in there that still run. We've got me and you have done some streams in there. And Jacob Miller, the guy who runs this channel, we haven't gotten him to appear on a live stream with us yet because he chokes on a live stream. He can't fucking talk.
He doesn't do. He's like a.
He can do a regular video, but when he gets like a live stream, he can't talk.
He's like Moses and
Cain. No, what am I saying? Moses and Moses' brother. What was his name? God dang! I need to start reading the Bible more again. I try to go to church as much as I can. When I'm not busy working or doing stuff with the group.
What was the saying?
Oh yeah, the same. Yeah, I'm slow speech and slow tongue. When he's doing a video, though, he has no problem. When he's on a live stream, he can't do it. But we're gonna get him to appear eventually. I promise. Oh, somebody responded again. You guys said you were around for 101 years. Then how was World War II like for the group? Oh, that's a big ass story there. So let's explain how the group started first. The group started when the Soviet Union was starting to become a thing in the early 1920s, and the Russian Empire was collapsing. the CSAL. If you look at the flag here, it's the Russian Empire flag. So obviously, we were faithful to the Russian Empire and not the Soviet Union. So originally, we were fighting against the Soviet Union during World War One, and we were after World War One, really in the early 20s, we were fighting against them, and we got founded on December 2nd, 1922, and the Soviet Union got founded what 20th or 30th of 2022, but like in very late December 2022, the Soviet Union got founded, literally just a couple weeks after the CSA.
You mean 1922?
Yeah, 1922. Oh yeah, 1922, not 2022. The Soviet Union got founded just a couple weeks after our group did, and we continued fighting with guerrilla warfare and some tactics like that, even after the Civil War. The Russian Civil War had kind of pretty much died down, and of course the White Army still kind of hung on. The White Army, which is the people who we were helping out, we were kind of a militia helping the Tsar's White Army. They hung on until 1923, and then they finally went out. And the CSAL really we kind of dialed down all of our stuff against the Soviet Union by about 1925, and then we were just kind of just hiding out in Siberia with the tribes and just trying to hide from the Reds, basically. And then later World War II breaks out.
And then we're like, Soviet,
We like-
need to, this country, we need to save it from becoming.
Yeah,
Fucking
fascism.
fascist,
The group
so-
decided fascism's worse than communism.
Yeah.
So in World War II, things changed. We're now fighting with the Soviets, with the Reds, and
Thus.
yeah, that's why he's got the hammer and sickle on his hat. We are not communist. We don't support communism. But when it comes to defending the homeland and fighting off fascists and Nazis and stuff like that, if we have to fight alongside communists, I mean, that's what they decided back then. And we won World War II. I don't think the CSAL had a huge impact on the victory, other than our dozens of Cossack battalions that were, helping out with guerrilla warfare in the Soviet Union. Like when the Nazis were coming through villages and stuff, there's a lot of our guys there that were ambushing them and really helping slow them down in some places. Yeah, scorched earth. Oh yeah, a lot of our members who lived through World War II, scorched earth tactics. They were taking part in a lot of those. And if you look up at the old military parades, you can see a lot of our Cossacks marching in the old World War II military parades. You see the Cossack battalions and stuff in a World War II Soviet parades, and a lot of those guys are our members from back in the day. And so after World War II goes on, we're kind of okay with the communist government. I'm not going to go too far into detail, but they allowed us to expand our settlements that we had out in Siberia into much larger towns, and even some of them big enough to be considered cities out in Siberia. And that was allowed because we offered the Soviet Union quite a bit in return, like industry. We had some factories that we were helping them manufacture stuff. We had railroads. We had branch lines coming off of the Trans-Siberian Railroad that we helped run trains on, and we were just kind of our group was always kind of just like being like, okay, I'll help you out if you let me be semi-independent. And that's kind of what it was like. We were always just a little bit of a semi-independence from the Soviet Union.
I'll scratch your back, you let me leave.
Yeah, I'll scratch your back. You let me just do my own thing. And of course, the group was getting away with a lot of shit that the Soviets didn't know about. Church. Oh, we had the group had tons of churches. There was a ton of religion, and they were able to just keep, because it was so remote, the locations, that the CSAL was able to keep that hidden from the Reds and stuff. But of course, once Stalin died, Christianity in the Soviet Union was more accepted by the government, so we were kind of able to get more relaxed around then. And you guys, I'm going to say this right now, you guys have probably heard of a ton of the cities, these cities still exist. The CSAL is still technically kind of in charge of these cities, of these CSAL controlled cities, but of course we still have to follow the rules of the Russian Federation, all the laws we have to follow and all that, et cetera, et cetera. But the cities are kind of run by like CSAL, like all the police officers, all the
kind of like states in.
Yeah, it's kind of like states in the U.S. The CSAL's kind of got like the upper hand in these little settlements in certain regions, and it's
like a sphere of influence. That's the correct word, sphere of influence.
Yeah, kind of like that. But you still have to abide by all the rules of the government, by Putin and all that. And of course, these villages don't just exist in Russia. There's some in Belarus, there's some in Ukraine, there's some in Poland. There's none in the U.S. though, but we do have some facilities we run in the U.S. where American members can get together, have meetings.
But we are working on taking over Texas. This is my idea. Texas is the only state that can legally break away from US and become its own thing.
Yeah.
So we become big in Texas and take it over. Boom. And then we start country, and then we start taking over places.
You know how hot Texas is?
Yeah, we can make it colder. Put big dome.
Yeah.
That not only can stop missiles, but also stop the heat.
Okay, you stop missiles and heat.
Missile.
Alright, so what else was I gonna say? So yeah, these cities are still around, and you guys have probably heard of them multiple times. But our names and the names that the names that the Russian government and basically the other governments call them are different than what we call them. Like Город Kazakh, which is City of Cossacks Paradise. That's what we call it. It's known as something else to the rest of the world. So really, these places aren't secret or anything. You guys have probably heard, if you know any like of these cities, like remote like cities out Siberia, you've probably seen like heard of several CSAL cities. It's just the name they use is different from the name we use. The reason we're so secretive is a lot of times kind of from tradition. We're just kind of always keeping a little secretive. Like it's just kind of a traditional thing. And
because without a tradition, our life would be as shaky as a
fiddler on the roof.
No, a celloist.
Celloist, something like that.
I don't know.
Okay, well, but yeah, and if you talk to locals, they'll tell. I mean, if you go to these cities and talk to locals, you know, they'll all tell you, "Oh, we got our own name for this place. This is what we call it." And the CSAL is just kind of like the people who are just kind of like maintaining all the government stuff in the city, like police and mayors and stuff, and medical stuff. Yeah, and it's I can assure you, it's nothing corrupt. If anybody wants anything, any way to with me to explain that, you know, let me know. I can give you guys some kind of explanation. We can't tell you guys exactly which cities, and it's a long story. I really don't want to go into detail, but you know, et cetera, et cetera. Well, we're gonna end the stream here in just a bit. Well, somebody just said something else. We're gonna go ahead and end the stream here in a bit. If anybody missed anything, I gave out a bunch of group history and stuff in this stream, and we were talking a lot. So if you guys want to scroll back and hear some neat information about that kind of stuff, you can. Now let's see what we got here. I know you guys are in a more eastern part of Europe / Russia. How was Chernobyl for you guys? Ooh boy, you got some stories about that because your dad and your uncle too, right?
They went in to help out. We helped a lot. Whether it was supplies, gas masks.
Your family?
Or, yeah.
Oh, and this. Oh, yeah. Well, the CSAL too. We helped out. We were able to help out a bit in Chernobyl. Like there was several CSAL members who went in there to become liquidators. A lot of the coal miners that dug. Well, I probably should have mentioned that. Let's not go into that. Yeah, let's just say the coal miners that dug that actually had a lot to do with this group. But yeah, there was a lot of members who went in there and volunteered as liquidators and stuff, and a lot of stuff like that. And there was at least a decent amount of CSAL members living in Pripyat and the surrounding area. Since it's abandoned now, I think I can probably look this out. But the little villages on the outskirts, there was a couple of those that were CSAL controlled villages.
And still, technically.
But now that's all abandoned, we can kind of say, yeah, some of those little villages you see on the outskirts of Chernobyl, those once were, yeah, CSAL controlled. Like two of them
being in the
what?
Not safe for living.
Yeah. There's a lot of resettlers.
Kill your skin off your bones.
Since it's Ukraine, not Russia, your country. Are you open to me talking about what you've done there a few times? He's snuck in Chernobyl like half a dozen times.
They go in there just to get a nice drink of
him and his friends, they go in there. They have the stalkers that sneak in there all the time. I'm sure people have seen YouTube videos. You guys do that. You guys have done that a few times.
Rich Americans drink sparkling water.
Yeah.
Rich Russians drink radiated water.
But yeah.
That's the truth.
When was the last time you snuck into Chernobyl? Probably before the
Oh.
war, I imagine, right?
2 weeks ago.
You're kidding me. You were here 2 weeks ago. But yeah, he's
Before, I think it was initially like a month before the war broke out. I
Yeah.
think I might have.
let's sit down here and just kind of just hang out.
I
And I
may
keep on
have-
the stream. What am I saying?
I may have alluded to the war, but we do not talk about
Yeah.
it.
Oh boy. So I don't have my official boots on either. These are just some work boots. Usually we have like knee highs or something we wear. These are the CSAL uniform pants. You see the Cossacks wear these, the red stripe.
These are not.
The officially some of the Cossack battalions out there. I mean, we're hiding in plain sight, really. If you guys look up videos of like the modern Cossack operations and stuff, a lot of those are us. I'll admit, but I'm not going to admit exactly which ones, whatnot. So you guys get the idea. What else we're gonna? Are we gonna still talk about Chernobyl or what?
A little bit more.
We'll hang. Hey, we can hang. What do you think? Are you tired?
Barely.
We can hang out. We can hang out for another like 10 minutes, maybe a little more. If anybody else got any questions, we got a few people watching right now. If anybody's just tuning in, this is I have this because I broke my arm. I was hit by a truck. Long story short, had to get rushed to the hospital. There's a plate in there now. Should be healing up in a few more weeks, and I can move it quite a bit. So yeah, but I explain more about how this happened and what all the flags are about and stuff later. So if anybody wants to rewind, you guys can watch that. But for now, we're just gonna keep moving on, so I don't have to keep re-explaining the stuff I already explained. So yeah, there was a lot of CSAL members who went in Chernobyl to be liquidators and stuff like that. I don't know about firefighters.
No.
When it comes to like firefighters and stuff, that we left, the CSAL wasn't too involved in that. But when we had our own villages that we were kind of running, we would just kind of take the liberty of taking care of like law enforcement, like mayors of the town and stuff like that, like public workers and certain things. And it was a total I scratch your back, you scratch my back with the Soviet Union. And the CSAL the CSAL snuck a lot of things behind the Soviets' back and got away with some things. Of course, like the churches and the sale of Bibles and a lot of stuff like that. Now the Soviet Union's gone, we can talk about that.
On paper, we were even.
On paper, we were even, yeah. After we were even, we offered them. We did something in World War II for them that they needed to give us just a little bit of semi-independence for.
And we beat the Cold War. We helped out a little bit in the Cold War.
Yeah, we have to admit there was a bit of assistance with the Cold War. So
I mean,
you can say there was a tiny bit of tension specifically between the CSAL and the U.S. But that was way back in the past. That's water in the bridge. We don't support communism, but if it comes to like fighting against even worse force, we'll work with them when we have to. And of course, Russia and these countries aren't communist anymore, so we're even more cool now. Oh, America's going down the crapper because of Biden and stuff. Oh, I see another message here. You guys have been like in like Japan or just Eastern Asia besides Russia? You live where you live is Asian Russia. Asian Russia.
I've
Near Mongolia.
Visited Mongolia, but visited Japan a couple times. I don't think we have any facilities in Japan. We have one in Mongolia, right?
We have like a dozen in Mongolia.
Probably
This is a pretty big country.
Yes, handful there.
Yeah.
If anything, we are like a miniature United Nations. Not new United. What's the
What?
Not the United Nations. Not United Nations, correct?
I guess.
Kind of because we have places in many different countries.
Yeah.
We're like a United Nations for slaves.
Yeah.
And Cossacks.
Yeah. Well, Cossacks and I mean, most Cossacks are Slavic people, but not all. And that's why we put a little bit of separation. That's why it's not just like Slavic Legion or Cossack Legion. It's Kazakh Slavinska Soyuz Legion, which is of course Russian once again for Cossack Slavic Alliance Legion. Yeah. And there are English versions of this flag too, just say C.S.A.L, but I don't have any of them with me right now. And we have some older versions of the flag. And there's some other groups that kind of do the same thing as us. That kind of
We have some versions without C.S.A.L. Very alive animal that is running slow.
Okay, here we go again.
These mammoths are still around. I see them every day I'm in there. I say, hello, Mr. Mammoth, how is it going?
This is a thing with him. Mammoths are like the Bigfoot of Siberia, basically. Sideman, you say, I'm not confirming or denying that this animal is still roaming around out there. 'Cause a lot of people reported them,
He is.
and like a lot of them are like tribe members.
We have seen videos. We have videos.
There's a few videos.
There's
yeah.
videos out there.
There's some photos. There was like
What would great.
a lot of our ancestors in the group were reporting seeing it when they went out there to hide out. Were reporting seeing hairy elephants.
Push it. I talked to her. She did. It was but she saw one very close to her, because in Siberia.
Yeah.
So this is my babushka, still alive, eating old things wrong.
Good to hear. Yeah, my grandma's doing pretty rough, unfortunately. She's got my babushka. She's got dementia, not doing well. It's sad to see. She's 91 now. Just turned 91 in September. How old is your babushka?
97, almost 100.
Wow.
But
And she's still she's still doing some stuff on the farm on your guys' farm.
that all the time. She's farms the whole place. But no one's too sure about how old she is. So
Really?
no,
They don't know exactly when she was
not
born.
exactly.
Back in the day in Russia, things were like that. Out in the middle, out in the middle of Siberia, the bus
I fucking thought communism was still around, but yesterday.
Really?
Just kidding.
Okay.
I called you because like how's started doing. I was like, babushka, he's
Is there maybe a little bit of dementia going on? Oh, okay. Yeah, because my grandma, she always gets confused. It's sad to see. It is. But, anyways, I wanted to ask you. Good to hear Babushka's doing good and all that. I wish good health to her and all that. What were we talking about before this? Oh, this. Yeah. So let's hear some of your mammoth encounter stories. I want to hear this. I haven't heard them in a while.
I was sitting in a chair out in behind Babushka's house. We have a little porch patio thing with fire pit. My chair sitting there, down by my side, and there's these. You had binoculars. We look at the birds and stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm looking with binoculars, looking at birds, and I see a mammoth with the binoculars.
How far away was it?
Don't know how, really not sure how far, can't remember. But with binoculars, it is pretty far. But with binoculars, you can see, not in great detail, but it's still here.
Yeah.
And then I go out and go, oh, I must get my phone, take picture, get my phone out, hold it up to binoculars, gone. It vanished.
Really? Was it in like a really thick forested area where it could? No. So you confident it wasn't a bear or anything?
Do bears have tusks?
No.
In front.
I mean, like I'm not gonna confirm or deny it because I know a lot of people reported seeing these. And Siberia is definitely a place where an animal like that can survive.
Now, one thing was,
I bet Slabman has seen things before, crazy things. He was probably drunk. Are you sure you weren't drunk?
I was just going to mention that I was probably drunk during this, so anything I say, don't listen. Don't
take it 100%.
Yeah, don't go to the government and say, hey, great evidence. Oh, yeah. No, it's just from drunk Russian.
So you're not too sure. It could have been a bear, you're saying. Possible.
Die. No. No.
He's not sure, in other words. So is that the only encounter you've had?
The only one that I think I wasn't drunk. All the other ones are me being drunk. Thinking I see it, man, but it's really man.
Oh, cute. Oh, fuck. I'm kind of tired now. Oh, yeah. Oh. So, I don't know what else we're going to talk about. We're going to do more professional, like, reactions and stuff down here now. We got this sweet little pad. How much longer are you going to be in the U.S.?
Maybe. It depends on how long they need me. Sir.
Yeah. Because you're back and forth between Russia, Poland, and the U.S. like crazy.
I have work visa.
Yeah.
I'm back and forth. Work.
How's it flying all the time? What is? I've never been in a plane.
Back before the war? Yeah, it's good. You just hop on plane, show passport, boom. Get off plane, show passport, boom. If you have work visa, show the work visa, blah, blah, blah. Do that shit. And you could just go back and forth what you want. But with war, whoa, yeah. It takes at least a whole month in order to go from America to Russia, from Russia into America. Because they have to background checks, work visa. Because I have a work visa, so it's a little less, but it's just a pain in the ass.
Yeah, being Russian, with the war going on.
Now
that the shit's hit the fan in Israel, though, things have kind of died down with the Russia-Ukraine thing.
I feel like people are like, they're like, oh, Russia, Ukraine, and then this shit happened. Like, what? Who's Russia and Ukraine?
Yeah. Yeah, things have died down over there a lot. A lot of people are thinking this war is a recent thing. It's really not. The conflict between Russia and Ukraine has been going on, like, there's been tension ever since the Soviet Union collapsed. The conflict's really been going on pretty good since 2014. It only escalated, like, a lot in 2022 there.
And that is kind of the same with Israel and Palestine.
Oh, yeah, Israel and Palestine. There's been shit going on there for a long time. But once again, if anybody's just tuning in, this is my cat. I brought him with me to work today. His name is Fuzzy, and he is a Siberian forest cat, or simply just known as a Siberian.
Call him.
Yeah. He's really warmed up to you. He didn't like you at first.
No. But then, I gave him little vodka. Oh, this is a good man.
Yeah.
Good Russian kid. Oh, good Russian kid. Good Russian kid.
Yeah. Shoot, what else was I going to say? Damn. I don't know. I don't know. Is anybody else watching got any questions? Looks like my cat. Somebody says, yeah, these cats, I've seen a lot of cats kind of like this before.
Well, play some front there, some table.
What?
I said, no, he's gonna go play some front bass on the table.
He's sniffing it a bit. No, he's like, do you see us? Look, hey buddy, you see us on there? Look, that's from that camera right there.
He's like, what is Kim? I know 2 words. Vodka and food.
Yeah, he likes food, that's for sure. But man, what else? I don't know. What else can we? Let me see if I can see my chat. Okay, nothing else. Still a couple people watching, so I don't know. Let's just start talking about something else. What do you want to talk about?
Tweets. I don't like tweets. Yes, we can talk to the cat. Cat. The cat is the cat. You heard about the cat in the head?
Yeah. I know he looks. I mean, maybe not this one. This is a new one. Here, I got my real old one here somewhere. Yeah, let's go here. This is my my Ushaka right here. This thing. The one I'm wearing right now is just like a group one that I wear sometimes, but this one right here is the shit. This thing is old, and it's real rabbit fur. Let me see that tag there. I can show you guys. Real rabbit fur. There's the old tag. This thing was made. I don't know, either Belarus, Ukraine, or Russia for sure.
You should wear one of your Cubans.
Yeah, I should. I've got a couple of them.
Oh no, this is very good quality.
Yeah.
Might I put it on?
If you want to, yeah. And that's an old Soviet era Ushanka. One of my dad's friends actually got that back in the day when he was a kid in Russia and gave it to my dad, and when my dad gave it to me, that's how I got it. Probably like from the 80s, I'd say. So yeah, definitely Soviet era. And Slavman's trying it on right now. It's the warmest hat you'll ever wear.
He did. My kid heard.
Yeah. And the fur on it looks just like the fur on this cat.
The same. Look.
Yeah, your hat just blends in with it perfectly. Well, my hat. Um,
Have you ever put the flips down on these cats?
yeah, I do sometimes. Oh, it's warm.
The real one? Oh, really?
That was actually purchased in Moscow back in the 80s. So.
You have the original receipt for it?
Oh, I actually have a tag, another tag that came with it. I got it in the display case back at my house, where I keep all my model trains and stuff. I got a display case with a bunch of weird, like random just old stuff in there, and that's in there hanging up. Really neat. It's got Russian lettering on it. Oh, and the price of that hat back in like the 80s was like $500. Nowadays, that hat's worth well over $1,000. Yeah, it's worth
It's
some
real
serious.
fur. So it's
Real
like
rabbit fur. Oh yeah.
real fur.
It's been around 40 years. I'm sure it'll easily be around another 40 years.
40,000.
And yeah, I wear that hat in a lot of places. This one here is just like a group one. It's got the double-headed eagle.
It's great.
Yeah, we wear these kind of things like when we're doing like organization, like group sort of things. Like the group actually does like their own little miniature like parades and stuff, and demonstrations, and when we do that kind of stuff, we like to be very official. We wear hats with the emblems on them.
Next year we were talking about trying to get the spot in the Thanksgiving Day parade.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. But the uniforms we're wearing right now, the hats are some of our more like professional level kind of stuff. You know what I mean? These uniforms we're wearing are just kind of our casual uniforms when we're talking and doing videos and stuff. When we're doing operations, we'll have a much like thicker wool coat that'll keep you warm. We'll have like a belt with a holster and a pistol in it. And it'll be, we'll have like we'll have all the garb on basically.
What is it?
In operations. What?
What is
Oh, it's time. It is 1:43.
no, it's sitting for an hour.
We can just go till 2.
Yeah, I'm getting pretty tired.
We're gonna call the stream quits here in a bit and stop it, but we're gonna hang out a little bit longer, maybe talk about a couple of. If anybody's got any more questions or anything, feel free to ask. We can't answer everything, but we can at least try to answer as much as we can. And yeah, I got a busy day tomorrow, so I do want to get to bed soon here in a bit. I'm gonna be crashing in one of the rooms of this facility here. You'll be probably crashing on this bed down here, right? Yeah. And we'll do a tour. We'll do a tour of the basement of this little place here, just like a basic tour video tomorrow, I think.
Jesus.
Yeah, I am getting tired of it. We'll keep hanging out for a little bit longer. And
When was the last time you cracked your back?
it's been a while. Another thing I'd like to mention, and speaking of cracks, I've got some cracked ribs too from when I got hit by that truck. So I got to be very careful with what I'm doing. I can't, it hurts to laugh. It hurts to sneeze. It hurts to cough. I haven't tried to do this, but I would assume it hurts to do the Cossack dance, which I can do. Can you kind of give an example? Maybe.
Kind of.
Like I know you hurt your leg recently, so you're probably going to be a little rough. But if anybody's wondering what the Cossack dance, it's the Russian kick dance. I don't know if they can see yet. He hurt his knee recently, so he can't really do it. Yeah, it's that Russian kick dance. I used to be pretty good at it until this happened. I haven't tried to do it since. But let's talk about weird CSAL requirements.
You got hit by truck. I got hit by lava.
Yeah, did you get hit by lava?
Not recently. In the
past. Well, how'd you recently hurt your knee?
Hurt my knee hole.
The hole?
I thought it was a breach. I thought it was a bridge.
What was the hole in? What do you mean?
It was hole in the ground with ice and snow.
Oh,
And
you thought it was like some board going? Was it like a creek or something?
No.
Okay, when was this? When did this happen?
So, a month or two ago,
Okay, so that was October, early October. No,
walking
no,
around,
early
snow,
November. Actually, this is December.
there's snow, walking around, boom, stepped in the hole, and went whoosh, because I thought it was a bridge.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of references. Yeah. And I was gonna bring. Oh yeah, weird C.S.A.L requirements. I know you don't see his face, but and of course this is not that great right now. But I do have a bit of a mustache. I've had problems growing it. It used to be thicker, but I've had problems growing it back ever since it quite literally got burned off when I was lighting a burner of a grill, and it flared up in my face and legit burned my freaking mustache off. So it's really had trouble growing back for the past half year. But facial hair is a requirement in the CSAL, believe it or not. For like, most militaries, when you have a real short haircut, and I mean you have a short haircut, but most militaries, when you have a real short haircut, no facial hair. But in CSAL, we believe facial hair, hair a little bit longer is more intimidating. Intimidation, yeah, as he said. So that's why I of course this isn't that thick, but it'll be usually pretty thick. I usually always have a mustache, and Slabman and Jacob both have full beards. Um, there actually exists one photo. I'm not going to say where they're at. Two photos of Jacob Miller that are out there in the public, and one photo of Slabman that some of our enemies have put out there, and they're probably still out there, honestly. I'm not going to tell anybody exactly where they're at because Jacob and Slabman, they're kind of uncomfortable about showing their faces. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. But they are out there; they do exist. A photo of him and a photo of Jacob.
I will be back. Hold on.
He's working on something. And yeah, that's one of the weird requirements. Oh, I think I know what he's doing now. And one of the other requirements is, I mean, you can be any race or anything like that. We don't discriminate or anything. But just having facial hair, males, it's only for males too, by the way, guys. Only males are of course required for that. And the CSAL has a lot of men and women working for us, but of course you haven't seen a lot of women. And Slabman, he's coming out here again.
And the thing about the facial hair, it is not restrict gas mask.
Yeah, it does not restrict a gas mask. You got your beard like.
The new American one side might restrict, but we don't.
Yeah. You got your beard all folded up in there. You don't have the Discord mod neck beard either. I noticed. You keep that shaven, so the gas mask fits tight. So yeah, you keep hair off your neck, but he does have a bit of a beard, a goatee kind of beard going. I've seen that one photo of you that is out in the public. You know that there's a guy who did a deep fake, one of our enemies. Yeah. You had much more of a full beard in that image, and you kind of look like your ancestor, Tsar Nicholas, in that photo. I've always thought. But okay, that gives you an idea what he kind of looks like without the mask. He looks somewhat like Tsar Nicholas. You guys want to look up some images of that. Or just Nicholas Romanov, the last Russian Tsar or Russian king of the century. I don't know if they could hear you with the mask on. What we would watch the next. What? Oh yeah, from TF2. I'm not a big video game guy. I've actually never really played a traditional video game in my life. I've played a couple mobile games when I was younger, but that's about it. And I didn't get a cell phone till literally just last year. So I've been living a very primitive kind of life up until just recently, really. All my videos and stuff I recorded on my dad's old cell phone, but that wasn't technically mine, and it didn't have cellular or anything, so I couldn't call anybody, do anything like that. And it only connects to Wi-Fi, so yeah.
Jacob drinks his fucking moonshine. He starts to seeing higher fucking vision.
Yeah. I'm too young for alcohol still. I'm just 19. Jacob and Slabman, they're both over 21. Slabman, I don't know if anybody's too sure how old he is.
Underage.
You can't drink it?
I'm not sure. I think in America you're allowed to drink.
I don't know. I mean,
If-
at New Year's and at Christmas and shit, I've died out. You know, my parents let me have it. You
Let's
know?
start drinking when I was 5. And look at me.
So you start drinking when you were
God, look at me. I'm healthy and fine and mentally stable.
5, or so you say.
I said,
Let me see, get that respirator right there. I want to talk a little bit about.
this one or one? Yeah, one day. One of
Let's see. Yeah, I want to talk about it. Or actually, you want to talk about it? Do the mask back on. Yeah, I'll let you talk. I'll let you do the black ones. I'll. And people, MS4. It says on there. So when Slabman gets the stuff on, he's going to talk about. Since he brought it, he's going to talk a little bit about gas mask respirators, which I got here.
Do we need to
If you want them, you can. If you don't want them, just gotta put those down careful with just my left arm. It's kind of hard. But yeah, you go ahead. He knows the good history of gas masks and stuff. He's gonna give us a little respirator.
We will start with our oldest one. This is actually our oldest one. Yes, this is them. This is from the Soviet Union. When if you were to buy a mask from like eBay or Amazon, you would most likely get one of these. Now, I do not suggest you take the cap
I'm
off.
gonna stand back.
I do not suggest you take the cap off, pull the tab, and put it on and start breathing, because these have asbestos and charcoal in them, which by this time the charcoal gets crumbled and dusty. You breathe that in, not good. And asbestos, you breathe that in, it's not good. You do not want if it's green and it's older with black tab, this on it, and it usually comes with your um, other your gas mask that you buy. Do not use.
Yeah, and that's what for what mask again?
GP5.
That's GP5. Okay.
And then here is the Polish one. More modern. If you
That's the
were
ones we use on the masks. They're safe. They don't have. Did you mention asbestos with the other one?
No.
Yeah.
Take the cap off, pull the tab, boom, screw it on, you're good.
Yeah. It's no asbestos. What is that one called again? What's that one called again?
It's the NATO one. Not NATO. This is the Polish one.
Yeah. What's the specific model? It should say on.
The MS4.
Yeah. Oh yeah, MS4. Those are safe. Those have no asbestos and they fit on the GP5 quite well.
Yeah. And then
the newest one here.
Not least, I'm not going to open this one. This is a reserve.
Yeah.
The NATO one. Newer, modern looking. It doesn't have screw off. You have tab.
That's the American one.
Booms. The. I would use these.
Yeah, they fit the best on the old GP5s that we've got. We got some GP7 masks too.
NATO ones sometimes don't screw on.
What?
The NATO one sometimes does not.
Yeah, they don't always. Yeah, sometimes you got a different. That one there was designed. That's actually an Israeli NATO one, believe it or not.
Huh?
It's Israel. That's where that came from, if I can remember. I don't know. We got a shipment. The ship. Was that for the most recent shipment?
The NATO one, that.
Okay, that might not be Israel then. So the ones we got from Israel were before the war.
Yeah, we should be sending those back.
Yeah, we probably should. But yeah, we won't support a side in Russia or Ukraine, but we support Israel 100%. But me being an American citizen, I believe in America first, and that we should worry about ourselves.
Guys, I think you should do that with the Russian-Ukraine war. You fuckers should worry about yourselves first.
I agree.
Sending all your shit to Ukraine. And
I'm gonna say something here that a lot of people aren't gonna like. I think we can all agree that Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, is a very corrupt fucking individual. And I say this because I know a ton of Ukrainian citizens who have told me that. I used to be all for Ukraine and everything. Not anymore. I'm not for either side now because there's corruption in both countries. I think you can agree, right?
No, there is corruption in both countries.
Yeah. But Zelensky's done. I mean, he you know what he got rid of? He got rid of democratic elections because of the state of war. He's like, oh, we can't hold an election. They're supposed to hold an election this year. He said no because of the war, so he can stay in power. What does that sound like?
What are signs of dictators? They have to have a dick and a potato.
What?
He's a dick and he is potato. He's a dictator. Hater, dick.
Okay.
But
yeah, in all seriousness, yeah, he's doing some very dictatorship type stuff. And that's just one of the things, you know. I'm not going to say too much about. I'll let Jacob really talk about this thing because he's Ukrainian. We'll let him talk about it more because you know he's Ukrainian. He has more right to talk about it. I think.
I want to say something, but the stream will be taken down.
What?
It starts with Slava.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I have nothing against. What I especially have nothing against is the people of Ukraine.
No,
I love the people of Ukraine. I wish the best for them, but their government is just corrupt. It's corrupt. It's been corrupt for a long time. It's sad more people don't really realize that. You know, we're giving money to a very corrupt government. America is.
I'm glad that America is.
But you know, we should have just stay out of that war. We should have never really sent any aid. We should have just tried for peace talks and stopped the killing. Why would we support more killing when we should be talking for should be going for peace talks and stuff? I mean, these are other Slavic people killing each other. You know, these are like I have a little bit of Ukraine, just a little bit of Ukrainian ancestry, and just a little bit of Russian ancestry. But those are like my very distant relatives killing each other. You know, and you're very close relatives killing each other. You got Ukrainian family members who were killed recently, right?
Yeah.
And you have some Russian family members who were killed recently. Like second cousins or what were they?
Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth.
But yeah, he has relatives that have been killed in this war recently. Didn't you have somebody kind of close though? Like didn't you have a first cousin who was killed like back in 2014?
No.
Was he Ukraine or Russian?
Russian.
Man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's our own people killing each other. You know, we're not going to pick a side in that. Why would you do? I think anybody who picks a side in this war is fucked up. It's Slavic people and Slavic people killing each other. The CSAL does not stand for that, which is why we do not support a side in the Russian Ukraine. Yeah, it's about being allied. Now, of course, some people might say, "Well, you were killing the Soviets and shit back in the 20s." Yeah, that was the fucking Russian Civil War. Everybody's, you know, there's no need for this today. Back then, when communism and all that was taken over, there was the reason for that.
I have a question. Do you think Poland is going to get dragged in for?
No, they've already stepped out of it pretty well. You know, they've pretty much they gave a statement a while ago that Poland has no enemies.
Ever since
they've kind of realized, like, you know what, we shouldn't be like it's this close with Ukraine. Believe me, I have a lot of Polish relatives.
Yeah,
most of the Polish citizens do not support Ukraine or Russia. They're like supporting me. They're just like me, and just like the CSAL.
You know what made them want to do that? Ever since Ukraine fucking shot a fucking
no shit. Them. And yes, that was Ukraine that shot that missile in Poland. You know, I've talked to civilians in Poland, and you know that's what they believe, and even civilians of Ukraine. You know,
it's fact. Proven facts. It says on the news in the papers. Yeah. It was a fucking Ukrainian missile. They shot
to try to blame on Russia.
Yeah. They tried to blame
it. Yeah, and as I'm Christian, of course, but like my family was not Christian until recently. We were historically Jewish, and I know Zelensky's Jewish, but and Jacob Miller's a Jewish Ukrainian, so I'm actually just going to go ahead and talk about that. But yeah, Zelensky is not the best representative of the Jewish community. I think, and Jacob being that he's still like very devout Jewish, I'll let him speak for where I'm at. You know. But anyways, let's go ahead and just change the topic in general. We'll give us like one more topic. It's 2 a.m. now. We're gonna go to bed in a bit, unless you want to stay up longer. Let's give us one more thing to talk about before we end this. What do you want to talk about? Kalashnikov?
No.
The revolutionary semi-automatic rifle that was prototypes came out in '46. And in 1947, they started mass producing them, hence the name AK-47. The inventor was Nikolai Kalashnikov, right? Right? That was his name? I thought the first name was there.
No, ooh. I don't know Nikolai Kalashnikov.
Yeah.
And recently they.
No, Mikhail Kalashnikov. What am I
Mikhail.
saying, Nikolai?
You're
Mikhail.
thinking the.
You didn't even know that.
You're
What the
thinking
fuck?
the Tesla guy.
Oh yeah, Nikola. I was thinking
Nikola
Tesla because the Serbian flag's over there. I'm looking at that. Just behind the camera, we got a Finnish flag and the Serbian flag, which are other countries that C.S.A.L is big in.
But
Yeah, Mikhail Kalashnikov.
which recently they Kalashnikov has been working on a car. I'm
Really?
pretty sure that they're making a car. So imagine rolling up to like a car meet or something and say, "Hey, what brand of car is yours?" You're like Kalashnikov.
Man, this gotta be sweet. What does it look like? This got kind of an old school look to it.
It's an old school. Very,
Like maybe a Lada-ish kind of look.
yeah, it looks very long. It is a Russian. It is newer car. It's got like the newer kind of look.
I'm gonna Google this right now.
It's Russian. Look at Kalashnikov. Yeah. You might get some other.
You do own a Lada, right?
Many.
Many?
Who doesn't know what's fucking on you?
How many Ladas you got? I don't have. I would love to
They
get
say
one.
it's 25 cents. Love it. It's like grocery store. You got the shelf with like many orange on it. Go there, grocery store. You got the lattes sitting there. Want the green one or the blue one? Want the black
Is
one?
this
or
like
the
what it's
white
like in
one?
the junkyards, basically? Yeah. So
which
how many?
one do
Wait,
you
how
want?
many? Literally, I don't know if I missed it or what. But how many do you have? How many Ladas?
Couple of
Okay.
3, 4. It varies. Sometimes I sell them. I buy
Yeah,
a new
buy
one,
and sell.
fix it up, sell it. Buy it for 100, fix it up, sell it for 400.
Yeah. I just can't believe the traveling you do between the U.S. and Russia. Like, oh, literally, like you'll spend like 2 weeks in the U.S. then a month in Russia. Then you'll come back here for 2 weeks and then a month in Russia.
Last year,
This is your first time in the U.S. for a few months. This time we took a few months to hang out in Russia, right? Yeah, because I know you and Jacob were together the other day.
This
I don't
is
know how
just
long
going
you've
to
been.
a quick trip. I'm going to go back to Russia for the holiday.
Okay, when was it? When will that be?
Do sometime soon, maybe.
Okay, not sure.
I will be back though. I will be back.
Okay, what was it? Oh yeah, Kalashnikov. Kalashnikov. Ooh, okay, that's not bad. That kind of has a slight lot of it to it.
It has like the boxier look to it.
It's electric?
Yeah, that. I think it.
Holy shit! Wow, that's the best looking electric car I've seen.
Because it has a fucking grill. This is the only thing that makes electric cars look ugly is them not having a grill.
If the one car I think that looks good without a grill, that would be. I don't know if you know what this is, but you've ever heard of a Stanley steamer?
No, I think it is.
Old steam car from the early 1900s. I would love to get one of those. Anything steam powered, I'm into that. Can I zoom in on this image? Okay. So I'm gonna show our viewers here. I'm gonna try to show dropping this. See if you guys can see that. That is the Kalashnikov car right there. Some kind of electric car. Yeah. Pretty neat, man. Best looking electric car I've seen so far. I'm not a fan of electric cars at all. That one there doesn't look bad. I'll say that. If it's made by Kalashnikov, I'm sure.
This is the only electric car I would buy.
Yeah.
Now imagine if they made those hybrids.
Yeah, that'd be pretty sweet.
Because hybrids, they run. You could fill it up with gas tank and run a month without having to refill.
Yeah.
The electric.
Yeah.
All this shit. Really?
But yeah, the Stanley steamers. That's God. I love it. Early 1900s cars, and that's got to be my favorite of all. Anything steam powered is just amazing in my opinion. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're talking about the Kalashnikov rifle, right? How many of those do you own? Because I know you got one from your military service. You were allowed to bring one home. AK-47, right? Not 70. Because I know they use the 74 now mostly.
Now it's the 74.
Yeah.
but I had AK-47, no wood stock. It had the metal stock,
Oh yeah.
folding metal stock, um, longer magazine, extended magazine.
Yeah.
With the notched barrel. So when you're shooting it, once you raise up, it has a notched barrel, so it keeps it stable, more stable.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Cool.
Yeah. The one I've seen you with though, that doesn't have the metal stock.
Yeah,
Where's that? Yeah, the one that's hanging. That's yours, right?
But I bring that wherever I go.
Yeah.
In
What is that?
America.
Where'd you get that one from? Was that also military?
That was supplied by the C.S.A.L.
Okay, that was supplied by the
a few years ago.
All right.
So it's newer.
Yeah.
It's not like brand new.
Yeah, it was old when you got it, probably. 'Cause all of our equipment's old shit. They got handed down from us from police departments, and the Russian government, and stuff like that, and the Polish government, and stuff like that, and just surplus. Our group buys out old surplus. We got a bunch of American surplus stuff too, which is really neat.
Fucking MRE.
You got MRAs here, right?
I have booked over there.
You got a few boxes. You want to maybe bring some shit over?
Let's see. What meal do you want?
I'm not hungry. I just like maybe just to show some people some of the MRE stuff we got.
Hold on, let me get this cabinet open.
Shit'll last you a long time. The foil wrap though, that's the way to go. If you want something to last long, use foil wrap, not plastic. Plastic kind of really good oxygen barrier like foil is.
This one I opened earlier today.
Yeah.
Get rid of snake.
So yeah, this is a Russian MRE here. These things are really good. Slabman brings them over for us all the time.
Meal for ooh, good one.
That one's from what was that from? I'm sorry, was that one from? Because I know Kazakhstan, they have a lot of those things. I know a lot of them are stored in Kazakhstan.
Oh, feel coffee.
Oh yeah.
Best one. You could kill.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. It's just basically got here. So go ahead and take that over to the camera. We'll show them. Basically everything you need to survive.
Well, this, believe
Let
it
me
or
see.
not,
Let me see here. I'll operate this.
is 1 day.
Hang on. Move it out.
This is 1 day worth of food.
Move it out even more so they. Yeah, that's 1 day worth of food right there.
Only. Of course, don't eat the match. Waterproof matches. Tea. Oh,
Get the
tea.
get the crackers and stuff.
Yeah.
This
is an apple thing.
Yeah.
Like apple sauce. Crackers. These are more of your not wheat. These are wheat crackers.
Yeah.
These are not wheat crackers.
What are they? What's it say?
Buckwheat.
Come on, you can read. Are you like having issues reading?
I'm having issues with translation.
Oh really?
Between Russian and
Okay, I guess yeah. So
buckwheat,
buckwheat.
I think.
Yeah, that's the English word for
Buckwheat.
Yeah, that's the English word for it.
Oh, okay.
Buckwheat.
I'm trying to. I was like, wait, do they call it something different in English? Or
Yeah.
So I think there's cheese. I already ate cheese, but
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah, and we keep these things in stock. Being in America, when we get a lot of the American surplus here at the American CSAL facilities, but I do like America, and all that. I think it's a hell of a country, but I'm gonna be totally honest. Our MREs suck. The Russian ones are just so much better flavor, It seems like your guys' MREs sometimes don't always last as long because there's less preservatives, but the flavor is so much better.
the rest of this for dinner. I mean, with
Yeah. Is anybody up upstairs? Because I know there's like half a dozen other people in this building right now.
no, I think they're all. Candle. I opened this like a fucking dumbass.
So yeah, I think we're just going to go ahead and call this stream quits here. Is there anything else you want to say? I'll wait for him to get back.
Sure. There's just one thing that I must say. Woman.
Yeah. All right. So, anyways, let's go ahead and sign off now. This is CSAL higher official / higher up. Nathaniel Reichert with CSAL higher official / higher up. Slide man. I was almost gonna say your name there. Yeah, signing off. 101 years of the CSAL. Really wish we could have done this last year for the 100th anniversary, but we just did a little short video. And Jacob Miller
I
did
had
something.
leprosy at some.
Yeah, I had pneumonia then, and we were in the same facility. We didn't have it all done up like we did now. It was still a shit box because it was literally this place was like abandoned 2 years ago with raccoons and possums and shit living in it. Now it's like livable. We got running water. I mean, it was nasty 2 years ago, and now just 2 years later, it's clean and livable again. We worked our asses off getting this place restored. Yeah, you like my cat, don't you?
Very, very much. It reminds me of Babush.
I'm gonna go to bed here. I'm gonna be heading back to my house in the morning. I'm gonna have somebody drive me back to my house in the morning. Yeah, oh yeah, I'm taking him with me, trust me. And yeah, okay, so that's about all we got to say. Cuck Boomer / fuck Boomer.
Fuck Boomer. He's on the verge.
Yeah, happy 100 CSAL 101st CSAL anniversary. Yep, gonna go ahead and end this now. Thanks for those who tuned in.